My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I'm viewing this tiny bottle of Dolce Gabbana light blue intense pour Homme. Bit of a mouthful. These prices are kind of all over the place, aren't they? So it should be £78 for 50ml, but All Beauty have it for £37.55. I think this is the only problem with these sort of industrially produced fragrances, that they kind of saturate the market and you have companies fighting with it for each other. More intense escape into the Mediterranean blue with the intense of light blue pour Homme. A chilled citrus cocktail of refreshing mandarin and frozen grapefruit gives top note a cool, elegant twist. Aromatic juniper dives into the heart of salty, aquatic accord, conjuring the translucent blue water in the Mediterranean Sea. An abundance of vibrant amber woods wrapped in musks extends the radiance and staying power of this masculine blend, leaving a potent trail that captures the innate sensuality of the light blue man. The notes are mandarin, grapefruit, juniper, salty, aquatic accord, amber woods, musk, and the scent is fresh. Do we have our bottles of Dolce Gabbana light blue intense pour Homme? I'll be engaged with the high self. Let's get testing. So we are expecting easy to wear, nothing scary, light blue fragrance. So when you're creating a fragrance, you think the name is light blue, and so you're gonna have to go make a fragrance that smells light blue. I'm thinking, how would I do that? You can smell the grapefruit. So grapefruit is a very interesting compound. You can use it in trace amounts. In high amounts, it's phototoxic, but in lower amounts, it's not. It has this signature to it: light, airy, aquatic, blue, marine, stable, radiant. So the salty note, a combination of a lot of different raw materials. And there's a raw material called cologne. I've never said these words out loud, they're in my head. And I've been working with it this year for a release in early next year. And it gives a unmistakable, metallic, clean, sharp, snappy, melon, watermelon, ozone, salty sort of feel with it. It's very unpalatable when you if you smell it, first of all, at 100% concentration. It's crystalline at room temperature and you sort of work at it with a dilution. Not very palatable at all. But at the right concentration, with the right raw materials, it's very, very nice, and it's giving this finish with it. I think the brief with this would have been shapeless, formless, light, clean, airy, aquatic. So this is based upon hedione acetates supporting lily of the valley raw materials to give that real clean finish to it. Cologne, obviously, I'm sure I'm not pronouncing it right. That sort of raw material working with it. Acetates, small amounts of ambroxan. This perfume, I've noticed, really works with this sort of finish with it. You always get this sort of beautiful, light, airy finish. And this is a combination of a few types of musk working at the top, musk working at the base to give that metallic feel, and some other musk to give that sort of finish of it and soften it slightly. Fruit molecules help to sweeten the base slightly. Without fruit acetates and glutenates, all that sort of stuff, fragrances don't smell very nice. They kind of smell too sharp, too metallic, not very pleasant at all, actually. So even at trace amounts, these sort of acetates, glutenates, all these sort of things, and also the domesticum molecules as well, they help to sweeten in a dry way and make things very palatable. Without those raw materials, it's not very palatable and not very nice, actually. With the grapefruit note, when you're working with grapefruit, as I have been this year, to make it legal and safe, it's so important to support grapefruit with methyl pamplemousse. And methyl pamplemousse smells of grapefruit, but doesn't have all the beautiful qualities of natural grapefruit. But you can support grapefruit with the methyl pamplemousse and linalool and acetates and all that sort of thing to get that sort of finish. I kind of know, talking about sort of grapefruit and supporting it and all that stuff, because I've been working with it really heavily in sort of Mexico. So I kind of feel very confident with these sort of like fragrances because I just spent months and months working on it. case you're curious. Beautiful amount of naturals in the base to give sort of cleanness and support all the aroma chemicals. On to my final thoughts. I think this is really nice. I think that the price is what always gets me with these sort of fragrances. I mean, £40 for like a little bottle, and I mean, but outstanding. But they make these things in ton sizes and it's filled and they convey about, you know, people being paid minimum wage. So that's how they're able to do it, just sort of corporate perfumery. Totally the opposite end of the spectrum to smaller houses which do everything by hand and sort of it's sort of a lot more slower, but this is just corporate perfumery. I'd expect nothing less than this sort of thing. This box is synonymous with Dolce Gabbana Light Blue series. I think I've reviewed it, I may review it again in the future, the original Light Blue for women, that when I did my original A-levels, when I went to re-educate myself, that was a really long process. I used to sit next to a girl who used to wear the light blue and I kind of couldn't stop smelling it. I absolutely loved it on her. I thought it was amazing. So I kind of love it because it has memories of, you know, that sort of, oh my God, confusion of why am I doing science because it's scary. But I kind of love it because of where it's taken me. I think this is excellent. I think it's just brilliant corporate perfumery, done really, really well. The intensity of it isn't really out there for me, but it is a £40 fragrance for 50 ml. So kind of you get what you get with that. If you got this and you would love to increase the longevity and projection on it, I do a fragrance called Carbon, and putting two sprays of carbon underneath with sort of 4 sprays of light blue would increase the longevity projection without altering the beautiful scent profile on this. So I go through my final marks with you. Box safe, legal, compliant. It's fantastic. The projection isn't too good. Longevity isn't too good. I got about sort of between 2 and 3 hours from it. And I imagine on people who spray it on their clothes or who aren't sort of so heavily tattooed or have lighter skin, you're going to get like crazy projection and all the rest of it. I'm going to mark it an 8 out of 10. I think it's really good. Price is amazing, all the rest of it. But it's kind of not really out there. And I kind of would love it a little bit more out there, a bit more of a wall of fragrance. You know, that can be done. I don't know about the price, but kind of, you know, I wouldn't personally reach for it. But I think it's particularly perfect for the price and everything for what it is. The occasion, I think it's a nice signature fragrance. I think it's great for going out. I think it's great for sort of younger demographic when you're bored of all the other freshies. And I think you would have this whole range in a line and sort of rotate it all. Inoffensive corporate perfumery. Very, very nice, but not really for me. So love that review. Thumbs up and subscribe for fascinating, interesting content. Lots of moving hands and lots of fragrance views. Hope you're staying safe and well. See you soon.